Isn't that's never gonna happen. I believe the person comes back. I hope the person comes back. I didn't watch this. I watched like until not too long, until the end of the third point. There we go. He's back. Whew. Oh, this is to be a pretty shit coach in the many. Stupid fucking Vodafone, apparently. So I'm looking at this team lineup and I'm thinking, okay. So this is what I call the World War I comp. Because I have that mental image of like people in the trenches, and you got like a heavy machine gun, you got the guy feeding ammo into the heavy machine gun, and then, I don't know, you got the man with the high-tech shield barriering the heavy machine gun. It kind of falls apart at that point, doesn't it? But, you know, you got your emplacement. So you got the trench, which is Reinhardt, so this is Ryan. You got the Bastion, who has the heavy machine gun. Holes in it as well, there we go. And then you got the guy, there's the ammo box, and there's trigger. This is the Bastion who stood here, and then we are the person over here feeding ammo into it. I don't know, we're down here loading it. That's us, okay? And when I look at this team lineup, okay, we're going to be right clicking Bastion a lot. Feels good, man. World War One, geez, really? Yeah, World War One. What's wrong with World War One? The World War. All the heavy machine guns in World War One. It's all about trench warfare. Okay. Objective number 1, get Bastion on the fucking payload. I like what we're doing so far. Just keep healing the Bastion. Our priority is on the Bastion. Soldier 76 can look after himself a little bit. Just be careful. We don't want to abandon him too early, and we do want to be cognizant of these threats. Like, as much fun as it is looking at Roadhog's lovely tattoos, we have better things we could be looking at. We definitely want to be keeping our eye on this shit up here, so that we know if Reaper drops down, then we can like run around the back of the pillar. We can do a whole bunch of different things. We can really sort of be flexible here. Bastion's managed to get on the payload. Keep him alive, keep him damage amped. Just healing, healing, healing. Oh no, he gets nailed. Feels bad, man. Oh, and the shot comes through. I'm just thinking, like, that's more of a failure on our Reinhardt. I don't know what prompted him to charge here. He should not have done that. So in this analogy now, the trench has run off, and I don't know, but the trench has left you, and then you just stood in a field with a heavy machine gun, and you feel like a bright bunch of pillocks, really. Feels bad, man. On the bright side, we're gonna have res in like 2 seconds because we're healing a Reinhardt, a Bastion, and a Roadhog. We can honestly keep this running. Let's just tuck in on the payload. This is risky. This is risky as fuck. We have resurrect. Remember. Let's think about where safety is. Safety is sort of back here, to be honest. The Reinhardt's a little bit of a threat. The Reinhardt's a little bit of a concern, but he probably doesn't have Shadow yet. Takes about a minute and a half usually, depending on how well he's been doing. He hasn't really been smacking that many people I've found so far, so he probably doesn't have it. We can just hide back here, tucked away safely. I understand the urge to get into the tunnel, which I think is what we're going for here, but this is such a dangerous motion. We don't want to be up here. We do not want to be on this. There's a Soldier 76. He's gone for a fucking walkabout. So Reinhardt's chasing him for some bizarre fucking reason. Okay, you and I need to talk about sightlines. So we are Mercy. Mercy has Resurrect. Resurrect is extremely powerful and extremely useful as a tool. The problem with doing stuff like this is if their team was actually good and the Soldier 76 wasn't on fucking maneuvers, we would be getting shot right now. Which is kind of okay, we can probably take it and just get into this tunnel and then stay in this tunnel. But if we're stood in this doorway, what you'll find is that our higher ranks of Soldier 76 will just be stood here. And then these guys who are just standing on, like, you know, the Roadhog is stood out here and he's got his gun, he's got his fun hat. He's just a big fucking walking target. Like, this is fucking ducks in a row. This is nonsense. Him being behind this pillar is a lot better, but yeah, this should be being punished more, and it isn't because their Soldier 76 decided to be clever and go and flank when he didn't need to. Once we're safely tucked in here, this is fine. Once we step back out here, like, if we're stood here, like, look at it. Look at it, Simba. All this will be yours. All of this kingdom that can see you from fucking absolutely everywhere on the map. One of the best things you can do as Mercy is be fucking unknown, and unseen, and unspotted. Luckily, they don't have a Genji or anything, which is fine. When we see this, honestly, we should be turning around getting right the fuck back in that tunnel. I don't know what this is. I don't know what he's trying for. I don't know why he sprints off there, and I don't know why Reinhardt chases him. It's just some bizarre as fuck decisions, but what it culminates in is they have no DPS to stop us on the point. We can just damage amp the Bastion. If Bastion goes down here, we are honestly not that scared. Like, the only DPS they have on the point is the fucking Reaper. We should not be healing right now, by the way. Sound barrier's gone off. We can't... All we can try and do is top him off. He's already topped off. Just hold down right mouse button. Remember, Bastion, 4 yellow pips. That's all you got to think about with most heroes. 4 yellow pips on Bastion, 4 yellow pips on Winston, 8 pips, 8 pips on Reinhardt. What I mean by pips, I mean these little square things. That will tell you when they're full or not. 8 pips on Zarya, 8 blue pips. Means she has 200 shield, each one is 25, 100 armor, Bastion's topped off. And honestly, like a right-clicked Bastion in tank mode is like 400 damage a shot or something stupid. It's nonsense. It's nonsense values. So we absolutely want to be damage amping that. I just want to go over like what it's. You guys might be thinking, I don't know. There might be some of you out there watching, going like, what? Why is this so wrong at a soldier? Okay, first of all, this is actually like a nice position for him to be in. Especially like around here, because there is a health pack here. Drew that in a really weird way. I was going to draw a circle, but let's just put a cross there, because it's a health pack. There is cover in the way of here, 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 over here. Like, there's lots and lots of cover for him to hide behind. So he can just bounce around a lot and just stay on his health pad. There's no chance of anyone really cutting him off, because we got to remember our DPS is a Roadhog, a Bastion, and I think we have a Soldier as well. The Roadhog sure as fuck isn't going to kill him at this distance. The Bastion might, but will struggle to finish him off, because he's got he's got his own heal field, he can bounce in and out of here. He's honestly okay here, and because we're all standing like fucking lemmings on this pathway up here, it's actually very easy for him to just shoot at us, and just fire shots into us, kill probably us on the Mercy, first and foremost, and then start picking other stuff off. That's what he should be doing. Instead, what he does is he sort of sees that he's in a good position, fires off a shot or two, and then sees that the Reinhardt peels off, and then just sprints away. Honestly, at this point, you could probably stop like here, and then just use the pillar for cover, because Reinhardt's never going to, like, Reinhardt is either going to charge this way, or literally into the pillar. Guess which option he picks, folks? Goes that way. So you could just stay like by that billboard and just run away from him. And now that Reinhardt is so fucking out of position, he can't cover his team. He's behind your team, which is not a useful place for Reinhardt to be unless he has ult. And is not doing anything. He's not protecting shit anymore. So you could just stay on this road behind where we are now and then kill the shit out of the Mercy. Nowhere is now safe for the Mercy, so hey, you just die.
Finally, I can catch one of your streams.
Well, thank you for subbing for 4 months in a row without being able to watch him, Cheese Potato 999. That's massively appreciated. Glad you're enjoying the content. Hopefully you enjoy the stream. You should be scared of the Battle of Mercy. I'm so on that. And then he like runs all the way around, I think. He goes back that way, ults, and dies. Just, no. Mistakes were made. Right. Moving on to the next point. Again, we're perfectly fine where we are. We want to just stay on the payload, stay by this Bastion. Because our being here means that Bastion is free to just sit on the payload and be safe. This is risky. We don't need to do this. So we already have res. We don't need to heal him up anymore, and all we're doing now is exposing ourselves to risks. Like, a McCree could walk out the fucking door over here, could walk out the door over here and kill us, who the fuck knows. Reaper could be there. We're allowing bad things to happen. We're giving them an in. We can honestly just stay around the focal point of our team. They cannot fight this. We probably honestly, and we don't want to be on this side of the payload either. Like, why are we on this side of the payload when we can just stand on this side of the payload? The enemy team is all this way. We can keep our eye on Bastion, no problem, and we can keep our eye on the enemy team. We're also not going to get flanked by something. We're not going to be suddenly rudely awakened by a Reaper putting a shotgun into our bum. Which is literally what the fuck was about to fucking happen. Fucking called it. Reaper. Inserting a shotgun into our rectum. Imagine a world with me where we're stood on this side of the payload and we see this Reaper coming 3 miles away. Yeah. There is no point for us to be looking at Bastion's bum, ladies and gents. Because that invites stuff like this. Spotting, sightline, spotting, scouting, very important things to be doing in Overwatch. Making sure that you are watching all angles, or stuff like this happens. Because we're the first ones to die, we've now been dislodged off the payload. That is extremely bad for our team, because we are relying on a Bastion, if we're running a Bastion Reinhardt comp, we are reliant on getting set up on the point. This fucking soldier. The second that this Reinhardt sees that there's a Roadhog involved here, he just fucking needs to stop. Just no. I don't like this angle for our team. This is... like, we're just pushing out through a choke. Luckily their team doesn't react to it appropriately. We're fine facilitating the Bastion. Again... So, we can keep this going, and we can honestly just turn and face this way. If you think about where threats are, again, like, we want to be thinking about where can we be threatened from. We can be threatened from the roof up above. We can be threatened from if anything is behind us, and if anything comes through the doorway out, like, well, probably it's more like this way, isn't it? So the doorway over sort of here. That's where the threats are going to come from. If they come from here, they're going to run into a fucking Bastion, and a Reinhardt, and a Lucio. Like, we will know if a threat happens this way. We do not need our sightline to be facing here. You know those guards in like Metal Gear Solid who you think, you know, why the fuck are you looking that way? If you just kept your eye on the helipad, you would be fine. But instead, you just left nothing to do. We need to be doing that. We need to be just keeping our eye out on the rear. Just watch out for threats. All that kind of stuff. Look, there's this area behind us. Go figure. I want to point out that there's this area there. I want to just pinpoint exactly where this area is. So she starts out there, she ducks in there, she comes out the door behind us. Why aren't we paying attention to that? We should be keeping our eye on that. We should be aware of that as a threat. We don't need to watch Bastion. Bastion's not exciting as a hero. He is in tank form, he does some cool stuff then, but he's not that exciting to watch. He's not that dramatic, and he's not particularly attractive to look at. I don't know what your tastes are, but... you know, I think there's better heroes to sort of stalk creepily. So yeah, you know, we could just be keeping our eye out for these sorts of threats. I'm fine with us going and damage jumping this. Again, in terms of like really safe places, we are actually not too bad here. Like underneath here is actually relatively safe, and there's no threats coming from this way, there's no threats coming from where the point is, because the Bastion sat on it. We're actually safe there. So it's just that constant thing of like being aware of where these threats are coming from and anticipating where the damage is going to be, and then we can work around that and sort of think, okay, where do I need to really be cautious about? You know, we're not looking at where a threat is. Like, we've been shot in the back, we need to just keep an eye on that Soldier 76 and then react accordingly. So we could have ducked into the little pathway behind here. We have a Resurrect, we want to be playing as if we have the Resurrect. Definitely let's move to damage jumping this guy so we can get rid of the barrier. This is scary. Because there should be an Earth Shadow coming through any second now. We kind of get lucky that they didn't. So why am I scared here? I'm scared here because if you think about what's valuable to kill on our team, us, like priority number 1 for them to get rid of, and then this thing. And so if their Reinhardt, like their Reinhardt is literally stood here. And he's got a big smile on his face. Actually, he might have a frown. He might be in Frown Town at the moment. But let's just imagine for a second that this Reinhardt has managed to build up his ultimate like a competent individual. He would have the world's biggest smile on his face because he needs to kill this guy and us. If we're stood in a line and the rest of our team is coming up this way as well, he's going to drop that hammer. And then that leaves us open to other people coming in and doing stuff. The Soldier 76 who's shooting from like this way has a free shot on us. Luckily, the Soldier 76 being over from that way is like less of a threat than if he was just in front of us. Especially also in situations where the enemy Reinhardt's barrier is going to go down. Reinhardts tend to do one of two things usually when their barrier goes down. They'll either retreat or they'll shatter. Or they'll charge. Like they'll do an aggressive play. So just always be cautious as well when stuff like a Reinhardt barrier is going down. What could we do differently here? Well, we could either tuck in back here. We could probably move up here. I'd say is where the safety is. So I'd be cautious because there's something over here. But honestly, I'd probably just move up here, like where these boxes are. And then I'd keep an eye out for what's happening over here. In case they come up this way. It looks like they kill this area, but I definitely would not be stood out in the open here. Like, we do not want to be in an open sightline where they can actually see us doing stuff. And then what we can do is, instead of just following behind the payload where we aren't safe from an Earth Shadow, we can just bounce from doorway to doorway to doorway. And we can just stay back here, put the beam on, and the beam's stretchy range will just mean that we stay on it, and then as the payload rolls forward, we bounce into this alcove, beam on, bounce into this alcove, beam on. That way, we will not be Earth-Shattered. If an Earth-Shadow comes through, we can retreat into this room, for example, let everybody die. Helen stabbed, nicked, and then everyone's smiling, and everyone's going, "Well done, Mercy, you've saved the game, congratulations. Enjoy your free play of the game." Rather than ending up in these situations like we are here, where we just stood out in the middle of nowhere. And we end up getting Earth-Shattered and grabbed. Luckily, we are the only ones in the grab. Can we get to the Lucio? Lucio, please! This is scary. Very scary. This is extremely scary. Holy shit, are we lucky to be alive right now? Just pick him up. Good. I'm honestly fine with that as a tempo res. Good job by the Roadhog. Okay. So all of this comes out of us being just like scared of our own positioning. Because we we're scared of the Soldier 76 being behind us. But if we were tucked away, say, as we're going through here, what we want to be doing is keeping our eye out for threats, and then moving and leapfrogging into cover from cover to cover to cover to cover to cover. This is cover. And so that way, again, we're forming an L shape. I mean, it's a backwards L, but basically, you know, this is the truck. This is the path of the payload. We will be tucked away here. If the Soldier 76 comes in here, we also have like a wall here. So we can either just bounce this way, or we can just try and bounce around here. It's a little bit scary because the soldier on the flank is a problem, but especially with sound barrier, we're okay. We could also conceivably dip into here. That's a little bit scarier, just because that's more likely where threats are going to be, like this Reinhardt. You could maybe have rezzed here, but I don't think that's a good idea. I think we're fine just waiting it out. Turbostine goes off, just catches us. We just look to the Lucio. Again, I think we're mashing shift as well, and I think that's what's cancelling it. If I had to guess. Like, we spot the Lucio, we mash shift a couple of times, and then we just don't go. Feels bad, man. We do a good job juking that. This is like... Jesus! The fact that you got away with that is terrifying, but hey. This is where we just damage amp. Why do we just damage amp here? Because we want him shitting out a ton of damage, and if he dies, you notice that this is scary. Because we don't have a res. We actually want someone to die here so that we have a way to A, bring, like, swing momentum in the fight, and B, we have our immortality button. It means we have a way to resurrect ourselves, so to speak. It means that we can stay in this fight even longer. So just going on damage amp and just letting him drill is fine, because when he dies, we instantly tempo res. Because they've just blown a shitload of resources, got everyone focused on the Bastion, finally killed him, but Soul's in a good position. Lucio's in a good position, Reinhardt's getting back in position now, Roadhog's in position, killing people. And now they can't deal with the rest of our team, and we just bring him back. It's like, well, fuck. You know, we just spend all of our time killing this guy, and then suddenly he's back. And he's badder than ever. And we get this easy win. More for personal responsibility, but shouldn't Ryan have his ass up front? Yeah, he should. Reinhardt got manhandled a bit earlier, I think, and then abandoned the Bastion a bit. But the Reinhardt hasn't been focusing on the Bastion as much as he needs to, anyway. I'm trying to brush my hair with my hands. Oh. There we go. Oh, it's been a while since I've been able to brush hair. It's actually very therapeutic. It's very calming. Need a comb. Oh, like you can see how knotted it is. It's all knotty. Okay. Use a hit scan DPS 2. On the roof, guys. Smiley face. Nice! Nice! I like the smiley face as well. Can we not teabag on Roadhog's crotch? Thanks. Okay. This is the team lineup. So, we want to be damage amping the rat as best we can. Do not go down. Oh, for the love of God. I like how we had the smiley face and everything, for fuck's sake, guys. But yeah, we want to be maximizing the damage that the rat can put out. So, just don't be afraid to keep the damage amp on him. And then let him peel back. Don't go save this man, don't go save this man, don't go save... Okay. We did, like, I'd say like 6 out of 10. Again, think about sightlines, think about threats, think about what the enemy team can see through this field. Like, their field of vision right now is like this, and we are kind of in this. Especially if they're probably, like, they're going to be carrying behind this, they can definitely see us. So we can let this guy move back without exposing ourselves to a huge amount of risk. Ideally, the Reinhardt should be covering this motion and, like, going and helping pick him up. But, yeah. This Reinhardt hasn't been great so far, so I'm going to be a little bit worried about that. We can just take our time with this healing pickup. No, there's no rush. This guy needs a bit of rush, but he should be peeling back towards us. There we go. Do not go save that Reinhardt. He can get himself out. There we go. Woo! Slow motion. Wait. Go. Get the right music. There we go. Beautiful. And then... God bless you, Roadhog. Please tell me it comes back down. Please tell me the corpse flops back down. No, I want to see the corpse. Does it just vanish? We got the skull at the very least. There it is, there it is. Yes! I fucking love the ragdolls. Okay. Right. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh man, I live for moments like that. Right now, yeah, we're doing it right, kind of just stay around this corner, keep healing. Once people die, use the res instantly, keep tempo on it. We should be clearing the point though, your team needs to do that. If your team fucks this up, I'm going to be very angry with them. They're fucking this up, aren't they? I can feel it happening, they're fucking this up. Oh, okay. The enemy team fucked this up even more. Guys, when you're in a situation like this, the important thing is to clear the fucking point. First and foremost. And not leave a soldier 76 just to, like, gank the shit out of your Mercy. Yeah. Just hashtag slightly important things. I'm not familiar with the song. That is the Moon music from DuckTales. Come on, guys. It's classic. Moon theme. Right, enough of that. Duck what? DuckTales. Woo! Okay. So we're going Bastion, Reinhardt. I don't... How did he take... Okay, whatever. Whatever. Oh, for fuck's sake. People can't survive for 5 fucking seconds. Don't agree with that choice here following the Roadhog. Objective number 1 is just to get that Bastion set up as quickly as possible, so we should be following behind the... Are we actually running the Bastion? People saying that we are running the Bastion, and then I see no Bastion, I see a Pharah instead. Okay. So if we're running a pharmacy, then we want to be focusing on the Pharah. So we swapped up to a Pharah. This is a bit of a shame. But like, first and foremost, I wanna just highlight that this is stupid. The Reinhardt asking for healing doesn't help anyone. Just take a step back, pick up the free fucking healing field. It's literally, I think the heal field is actually like right here. I think it like encompasses the like little area. So if you think about this spawn, it looks like as this and this. So this is like the doorway here. This is like the main door, and then you have the diner, the hole, and then this is the area that we're in. All here, all here. And you have the pathway out here. Like, the heal field, I think, starts, like, here. So, yeah, he can literally just take 2 steps fucking back and heal himself. Don't rush to go and heal this either. Like, that's Lucio job. That's Lucio work. Lucio can... Like, this guy's in no threat of danger. He's taking 100 damage. That's Lucio bitch work. This is stupid. People should not be running out in front of the Reinhardt. But we should definitely be following this Pharah. Because you notice... We don't, and then she instantly takes like 2 shots from something and dies, and this guy's also on half. We should be keeping our eye on these Skyward threats. Now that, okay, there's no Bastion, okay, this makes a lot more sense. Following the Roadhog. The Roadhog dropping down makes a lot less sense because he should just kill this guy. And now we're stuck. Good job getting back there in time. Pick him up. Good triage. Why Reinhardt's charging into that, I don't know. On 20 hit points, and he charges into a Bastion. What the fuck do you think is going to happen? We should have picked up the Lucio here. So Lucio is critical. Roadhog is on 300 hit points. Just prioritize the people who are lowest, first and foremost. And honestly, you could probably just stay on the Pharah here, to be frank. Why would we stay on the Pharah? Because we want to displace this Bastion as quickly as possible. So if you think about what would be safest right now, it would be removing the thing that's killing the shit out of this guy. We can't out-heal Bastion's damage. If we go up, follow the Pharah, right-click on the Pharah, put the damage amp on her, she will not miss the 2 rockets on the Bastion. And Bastion will be deleted in, well, 3 rockets. Looks like Junkrat manages to pull it off somehow anyway. By some fucking miracle. This diva is still alive. What the hell? Okay, there we go. I'll right-click on Pharah. Again, juicy, like 150 damage rockets. Feel pretty good. And then we win. Feels good.
Good job. Good job, guys.
Good job.
How did that Reinhardt take damage before the round start? I believe it's, if you get, like, close enough to the door, I think a Junkrat can shoot through it, or you can be shot through the door, barely. So let's keep an eye out. Something's just hit him through the door. Like, it does happen. If you are close enough to the door, you can take damage through it. But it's so easy to fix it. It's so stupid that he didn't. Otherwise, this is all fine. Like, It's just like the priority on the low hit point targets, like the Lucio, bit off. We could have just followed the Pharah, because the Pharah instantly deletes the Bastion, and if we are farm mercying, then the Diva's out of mech, there's nothing stopping us just raining death on the Bastion, killing the Bastion and winning once it happens. Yay, I'm at 2.3k! Woohoo! Congratulations! Actually, yeah, I'm happy for that guy. Guy can go under the door, yeah, like, sometimes things go through, and this is just... that hurt to watch. It's very, very readable. Okay, and we vote for ourselves. Oh, it's captured on camera. Okay, ladies and gents, now is a good time to start asking questions while I have another slurp of coffee. So, begin the questions. Begin the questioning. Begin the interrogations. Let's talk about